Dr. Misinformation. Saw a video in passing, a very learned, very earnest doctor telling us about the pernicious effects and effectiveness of online misinformation. Wow, a doctor told me all about it. So it must be a real thing we should all be so afraid of. It must be something that should be controlled, regulated even. I mean, it's super dangerous, this misinformation. It's leading to all kinds of what? Hate crime, wrong thoughts. She said fear, hate, and anxiety were leading to an explosion of hateful content on the internet. Whoa. Sounds scary. So glad I have this nice academically certified doctor to tell me all about it. Though I'm sure this person had good intentions, I couldn't help but think of Hillary Clinton and other officials telling us all about the dangers of misinformation and how it has to be regulated, controlled, managed for our safety, for the safety of democracy, etc. This is the dream of the powerful and the original conspiracy to control what people think, what information they have access to, what can be shared. Knowledge is power, and in the hands of the people can be dangerous to those in power. This has always been known. Was this doctor truly concerned about the dangers of hate speech? Maybe. Was this doctor part of an overall mosaic being painted to show how there should be guardrails to what people can say or see online? Definitely. Last question is, was this person paid or the studies she might be citing funded with the specific intention of putting an official seal of authenticity and seriousness on this problem of online misinformation in order to generate legitimacy for further censorship and regulation of speech in your daily online interactions? This is how the technocratic state works. It puts all manner of ideas out there in the form of statements by politicians and news media that corroborate their views of a problem that must be dealt with. Back that with a very scientific person, preferably in a lab coat, and you have academia behind this as well. You form the consensus that this is a problem backed by science. And voila, you have very strong evidence for the average person to believe that what you're saying is the truth. And that something must be done, even if that something will actually subvert the right of the average person to engage in free speech because, well, it might harm someone. All around me, I see violence against others enacted by the state, violence against their own people in the form of economic exploitation and hardship enacted by the state. The very people who are telling us they care about our safety online are now going to make sure it will lead to better outcomes in our lives if there are strict guardrails on speech and thought, eventually. Information in the scientific sense doesn't come with emotion. It is or it isn't. True or false. It can't hurt you unless it's used that way. It's up to the receiver to decide that, not the disseminator. That's freedom and that's science. The battle for truth is constant and ongoing, and a battle by name is inherently violent. If you end the battle, then the truth can't be challenged, or the science, or whatever they tried to tell us during COVID. Online violence isn't a thing, really. But if it is actually violence, then the right to that violence is inherently a good thing. It is part of the pushback against the very real and constant misinformation of the state to try and control and imprison you. If they can shut down your right to push back, or what they call violence, your right to battle for truth, then that's the end of the democracy that they keep saying they're trying to save. So, dear Dr. Misinformation, interesting though your presentation is, kindly let it be known we won't be taking your class today. Also, fuck you. Sincerely, the people.